Formerly known as Mr. Kris Tyson, he was just a normal guy known for being MrBeast's friend. He would feature in many videos chiming in from time to time and was just one of the guys. At some point, things took a turn for the worst. Multiple scandals later and the pair no longer worked together. Kris would go on to transition to a female and become Ava Kris Tyson in 2022 or 23. Kris revealed that he had split from his wife and child and would eventually announce that he was on hormone therapy and transitioning to female. This caused him to get thousands of haters on social media, and from that point onwards, a dark cloud loomed over MrBeast and frankly the whole operation itself. It was all in jeopardy. Before that point, MrBeast and all of his associates were seen as clean-cut, non-controversial, chilled-out guys, with practically zero drama or gossip to go around. When Kris announced that he had left his family to become a girl and start a new life as Kris Tyson with a K, it angered many people. This put MrBeast in an impossible position. He was put between a rock and a hard place, and as we know from Aaron Ralston's story 127 Hours, the only solution is to cut your arm off to save your own life. At the start, Jimmy would fully support his friend in his decision. After all, they'd known each other for many years and it's Kris's life. He can do whatever he wants. The fans didn't really gel with the whole thing and never got on board with Kris's decision, likely because he left his wife and child. The viewers couldn't help but cringe seeing a long-haired, crop-top wearing Kris with painted nails appear in the videos, knowing that he'd abandoned his family to transition. Unfortunately, leaving his family to transition wasn't the worst thing that Kris did. This was the final nail in the coffin for Kris and Jimmy's relationship. I would hypothesize that this rift first started with divorce and following transition. For the first time in MrBeast's incredible rise to fame, viewers had a reason to be annoyed when watching the videos. The viewers just simply didn't respect Kris anymore after what he did, causing him to become more and more of a fringe character. He became the weird character in the back of the videos who would hardly talk, but would linger around and hardly participate. Kris would eventually get into huge drama after he was caught grooming a 13-year-old child when he was age 20. This is what caused Kris to quit MrBeast altogether and remove all tweets. Just an apology remains. MrBeast came out and made the following statement: "Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I'm disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I've been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with MrBeast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further action based on their findings." After the controversy, Kris went on to delete all tweets and would only leave these ones. "I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. I want to add, I never groomed anyone. The person who gets brought up in these accusations, Lava GS, has vocally supported that they are false. Having said that, I humbly apologize to anyone I have hurt with my unacceptable social media posts, past actions, and to those who may feel betrayed by how I used to act online. To lump these two factors together to create a narrative that my behavior extended beyond bad edgy jokes is disgusting and did not happen. In past years, I have learned that my old humor is not acceptable. I cannot change who I was, but I can continue to work on myself. I don't want these accusations to impact the hundreds of people who work at MrBeast, which is why I've stepped away." In 2018, Tyson posted a photo on Twitter saying that if he scored another sign up on Patreon, he would be releasing my nudes. The alleged 13-year-old victim responded by saying, "I'm your first Patreon, big boy." The victim would often refer to Tyson as big boy, dad, and sexy, and the pair reportedly discussed hentai together. More concerning details emerged about the situation, but I think you get the point. The alleged victim also claimed that Tyson didn't know about their age until 2018, when the victim was 13 and Kris was 20 at the time. All of the dust has pretty much settled from this situation, but the fact remains that Kris was always going to be a problem for MrBeast. He was just always a liability. For all of those years, Jimmy had someone under his nose grooming a minor. All of this preceded some of his former employees coming out and making allegations against him for faking videos and making illegal lotteries. Ultimately, I don't think Jimmy has done anything that bad himself. He was ultimately betrayed by Kris, but Jimmy did nothing but support him massively during their entire friendship. Ava Kris Tyson is likely chilling out somewhere in a nice Airbnb with some of that nice ad revenue or sponsorship money. Despite all of the drama, it's safe to say that all of us are glad that this tension has finally met its end. MrBeast will continue to make wildly successful videos, and Ava Kris Tyson will likely fade into obscurity. But when that bank account eventually starts running low, you can guarantee that she'll pick up the phone to Jimmy asking for some nice forgiveness.